morning, folks. This is Fat Guy Flyers RC out here at the Avon Park Aero Maulers Field Club. We're going to do the maiden flight on the FMS Ranger 1220 millimeters beginner-friendly Cessna. I'm going to start off in the no gyro mode, which is my middle setting on the B switch. The timer is set for 6.5 minutes, and my rates are 100% throws. Or my high rates are 100% throws or 30% expo. I'm going to take off on this with no gyro just to get her trimmed out, because even though she's bench trim, you truly don't know if she's trim until you fly her. So that's the first thing I'm going to do. And then I'm going to give you once I know she's trim, then we'll take off in the beginner mode or stabilized mode and give you a beginning flight demonstration with takeoff and landing. And then we'll do a takeoff and landing in the AS3X or optimized mode. So, already did my range test at home, and I did go ahead and give her that clear coat that I was talking about in the build video. Okay. Like I said, timer set for 6.5 minutes. I got a 2200, and I pushed the 2200 back a little bit. If you watch the complete build the build radio and all that setup video, you notice with the 2200 she was a little nose heavy on the CG, so I've got that put back just a little bit, and she's CGing just perfect now. All right, here we go. Like I say, she's in manual mode. All right, he's just a touch of left aileron and just a touch of up elevator.
Time remaining 6 minutes.
That pretty much hands off. Let me, a little more up elevator. All right, a little too much. All right, that's pretty good. So let's land her. And we'll do a beginning, do their version of safe mode. All right.
Stabilized mode. All
right, she's in stabilized mode now, which is self-leveling. All right, we're going to just take off from down there, and I should be able to leave my thumb off of the elevator, and she should lift off on her own. But we'll see. Nope, I did have to use a little bit. But I cannot turn her over. I'm trying my best to flip the plane. Now, see if I can go upside down this way. No, it won't let me. It fights me. So, now I know that the stabilized mode is definitely beginner friendly and levels the plane.
5 minutes.
It levels the plane. All right, I'm cutting the power. Kind of a gentle glide now. Just a slight bit of power, maybe eighth throttle maybe. And come down. And there you go. We'll do it. We'll take off one more time and safe here. All right, take off in that direction. All right, turn her around, cutting the power, kind of glide a little bit. Now get a little bit of power, bring her back. Now I'm with the wind, so I don't have as much control. I'm going to just go right on out because I'm going to hit that grass and I don't want to flip her. Got a little too much backwind or wind at its back, causing it to push forward. But I cannot turn that plane over. Okay. Into the wind, into the wind. All right, and there is a stabilized mode with a reflex version 2.
Optimized mode.
All right, now we're switched to optimized mode, or in the Spectrum world, that would be AS3X. Now we're gonna have a little bit of fun. Gonna go up with it. There. All right, we know that I'm not in self-level, obviously, because I wouldn't be able to go upside down. Okay. Take it into a stall turn. All right. Now take it back this way. Do another one. All right, now I'm going to fly along level. And all of a sudden I lose my throttle, lose power, lose power, lose power. Go hold the elevator. And she just slumps right on over. All right. Come back this way. We're going to do another clean stall. We're flying along, flying along. All of a sudden, ooh, lost power. I'm going to hold my throttle, hold my elevator, hold my elevator, hold my elevator. Oh, and she just slumps right on forward. Very predictable stall. Very predictable. All right, let's see if we can do a knife edge with her. All day. Well, she got enough to heat on the wings. All right. What I gotta do is I need to go in there because those ailerons are still set at the beginning level. So they're the farthest out for the least amount of deflection. I'll go in there and pull them all the way in for the most deflection, and I should be able to pull off a snap roll then. All right. Not too bad. A little bit of run. So just because it's a trainer plane does not mean you can't have fun with her. Full throttle there. All right, let's land her. A little too much airspeed there for a landing right there. Do some of our
remaining 2 minutes.
Do some of our lower altitude flying here. She's just going crazy. All right, see if we can't do a touch and go now. Peel away knife edge here.
Time remaining 1 minute.
All right. I think we pretty well beat that 2200 3S there to death. All right. And folks, that's the maiden flight. First time I've ever flown this Ranger. Now, I have flown this Ranger in a previous owned version, or previous one, but I have not flown, that was the first time I've ever had this plane in the air. Good looking little plane. Okay.
Prop is secured.
All right. We only had 50 seconds left on a 6.5 minute timer, so flew her for almost 6 minutes. Okay, that's off. Carefully set our expensive radio down. And just so you know, the prop off camera, the prop was perfectly balanced and the ESC was calibrated. Okay, now in the assembly video, setup video, I had the 2200 all the way forward, and on the CG machine, well, I'll show it in a minute, but on the CG machine, she was a little bit nose heavy. Okay, I moved that 2200 back just a ways, and now she's perfectly level, that 2200. So to show you, if you look inside, there's a huge opening in there. You can put the butt end of your battery back. That's how we can have a little bit bigger of a battery. You can put your butt end of the battery in a little bit, and that way you can have a larger battery, like a 2200, maybe even a 2700, maybe even a 3000. Just, you don't want to get her so heavy that she's piggish and hard time flying. But really, a 2200, I wouldn't go any further than that. That's pretty good. I mean, we flew for almost 6 minutes and took her all over the place. Now, I'm going to have to pull the battery out though to check it, because that lead is kind of short on this battery, the balance lead. So, and the battery is warm. So I did push that battery. So let's see what kind of life is left in it. That is a 2200 Liperior with a 50C discharge 3S battery. 42%, so that's a good storage rate. Anywhere between really 25 to 40. That's where I like to bring a battery back. So had I taken a little bit easier, a little more Sunday afternoon flying, I could have got the full 6.5 minutes and came back at about 25 to 30%. So that's a good 6.5 minutes is a good setting, good timer for the 2200. If you put a 1300, which is what's recommended, you put it all the way forward, and I wouldn't fly it more than 5 minutes. Honestly, 5 minutes at the most. 4.5, you're going to really hit it. 1800, maybe 5.5 minutes. Well, anyways, that is the FMS Ranger. The only thing I have modded is that my nose cone, my spinner did easily, barely attached. I mean, just the little clips that kind of hold it in were kind of weak. So I did glue that on. I mean, I can pull it off, but I glued it off enough where it won't come off, or won't come on, or yeah, I glued it on to where it won't come off, but I could use some debonder to get off if I needed to. And other than that, all I've done is gave her the clear coat with that polyacrylic from Minwax. And that'll just protect the foam. Mainly because the front of this, if you don't grab that tab just right, you're gonna have to dig at this with your fingernails, and that just eats up the paint. And so if you use that polyacrylic, that kind of helps protect the foam, and it makes the plane look good. It's like putting a nice coat of wax on your vehicle to help protect it, or a clear coat. Well, anyways, that is the FMS Ranger. 50 to 60 millimeters back from the leading edge is the CG. Simple 4-channel plane. We did a reflex version 2 demonstration. Great for the beginner. That front nose wheel, I mean, to me it looks cartoonish, but it's very functional. Great for the beginner. It gives you a lot of, you know, for those oops landings. But she just needed a little bit of up trim and a little bit of, I think it was right aileron. If I'd have to look at the video, but she didn't need much trim. And she's ready to go. I do want to move the aileron clevises into the inner holes to the outer holes so I can get more deflection on the ailerons. But other than that, I might do the same thing with the rudder too. Other than that, this thing's a great flying plane and great for anybody. I don't know if you're a beginner pilot all the way to advanced pilot and everybody in between. All right, folks, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. There'll be a link for the purchase of this plane. If you buy it using my link, it won't cost you any more, but I will get a little kickback. I get a little like a percentage of the sale. I'm just letting you know, I'm being, you know, full of transparency here. Great little plane. God bless y'all. God is good. Don't forget, faith, family, and friends. And then Ranger 1220 millimeters from FMS.